All right, we're about 1 day late on this one, but we got to it when we got to it. Exorcist Believer trailer 2. Probably shouldn't watch this because when we go to the theater,
We're
we're
gonna
going to be
be
like,
like,
this is in the trailer. This is in the trailer. I know this doesn't happen because this is in the trailer. That person's alive because I saw them in the trailer. Let's do it. We're going to get an ad here? Probably. Nope, no ad.
ooh, no ad. Okay.
Something happened.
Oh
Little
shit.
Ellen. Little Chris McNeil.
Don't be scared. We've met before.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
Are you looking for Reagan?
I was going to say. Is she sucking cocks in hell? Just burning.
Just burning.
You think we'll see Linda Blair in this trailer?
Oh, maybe.
You know she's coming back.
What was that?
I'll tell you what I think it is.
Tell us.
We're born in this world with hope and dreams and a desire to be happy.
Bruh.
Something's going on with my daughter. It's happening to my daughter too. The devil.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Those girls might think brought something back with them.
That laugh.
Oh.
I believe you can help get our daughters back.
Kill it in us. And the devil never gives up.
Unless you send a couple priests.
Where's the other girl?
Her eye?
Doing that Pennywise thing.
He's dangerous.
Like one of her eyes is bigger than the other.
Come on, baby. Come back to us.
If you don't make it, I don't make it.
Mama,
What is it?
I can't do it.
Don't trust it.
I don't want to go to hell.
But I'm already there.
Lay that trick on you.
There's 2 heartbeats. Is it working?
They're being in sync. It's strong.
Little pea soup.
What did you
Yep.
do? One girl lives, one girl dies. You get to choose.
Oh.
Nah, they'll get them both out.
Or they'll both
Confirmed.
die.
You heard it here first, people. They will save both.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kids in horror. They have plot armor always, so you have to choose one. Nah, I doubt it. What'll happen is like one of the parents or a priest or whoever the hell will take their spot like they always do, right?
Yeah.
So the biggest issue, of course, that you're always going to run into with these kinds of things is they're very derivative of each other, right? Like exorcism movies for me are not a hard sell, right? Or well, that it is a hard
It is
sell.
a hard sell for you.
It's not a good sell for me because I'm just someone who I'm tired of this subgenre. I've been tired of it because since The Exorcist came out, it's just been the same film redone. It's just The Exorcist 2.0, so on and so forth. And there's so few movies that do the exorcism thing. But I don't know. I mean, I hope to see that they're doing something different here. And this is supposed to be the first of a trilogy, supposedly. I'm assuming that's probably hinging upon the success, whether they'll greenlight that or not. So they should probably have a fairly definitive ending in mind for now.
Just in case.
Yeah, just an open-ended kind of thing that feels final but could be, branched off on. So I don't know, but I don't think that this trailer, because I'm hearing a lot of like more positive towards this trailer versus the first, and I'm not getting that here.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was that different, or like
Not
we saw
really.
anything
Tonally?
that was
No, not much.
like it felt just kind of like the same thing, but with new scenes, obviously. I'm excited for it. I mean, I like exorcism films, But I know what you mean about it being like, it is hard for them to break out of the mold. And I think the battle of good and evil, like that black and white kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to deviate from it.
Yeah.
But I like the tone of this. It looks creepy. It looks super creepy, and I like the makeup especially. I think the girls, like when they're possessed, look really good. So I'm excited for their performances and like to see all of that. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, these kinds of movies always depend on the blasphemy being the shocking part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like in the original movie, Reagan taking a crucifix, shoving it into her pussy, and saying "let Jesus fuck you" and "stick your cock up her ass" and all that stuff that she says in that's there for shock value, so that the audience can be like, oh my god, this is so intense, this is so crazy to see something so innocent act in such a way. But that's just old now, to see little girls say profanity and say sexual innuendos and that kind of stuff. It's just not shocking anymore. So that's going to be a tough one, because they're going to have to come up with something that's going to actually shock an audience to hear at this point. And I just don't know I don't know what they have in them.
And also, like, I mean, when The Exorcist came out, like, so much of the country was primarily like Christian. That can't be the case nowadays. I feel like it's probably more maybe like agnostic and atheist than like, actual Christians. And also obviously like a lot of people who are, I think, involved in religion to that extent don't go and see films like this.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the time, obviously, when The Exorcist did come out, that it's like famous for how many Catholics and people went, because they were like, "This is like real."
Yeah.
This is what I believe. Yeah. So that's really interesting to see. That like nowadays, I feel like tons of people who are Christian are like, "Nope, not going to watch that because it's like going to bring the demons to you," and all of that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what shocking thing they're going to do, but I just want them to have a good, compelling story. I want to get behind the girls. I want to feel like, I want them to be like their possession and everything. I want there to be stakes. I would like them to, like, if they are going to kill them, I want them to die. I don't want it. I would prefer a dark ending like that rather than what you were saying where they like survive. But that could totally be the setup for multiple films. If they're meant to be continuing characters. I want the scares like to be really strong. Like I want there to be like cool jump scares and creative stuff that like gets under my skin, like imagery and whatnot. That's what I'm looking for. But
yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, as far as like plot storyline goes, you're not going to get anything. I don't. From the trailer, this is not giving me any sort of confidence that there's going to be anything unique to this film, to the subgenre. So you can probably put that aside. It's going to be a, kid. Now there's two. That's the thing, right? There's two kids versus one.
How old do you think they are?
I don't know, 12, 14, somewhere in that area.
Because in this trailer, I don't know if this was intentional, but there's a couple scenes of the girls, like when they're not possessed, like holding hands and like laughing and stuff. And I kind of started to like think like, what if they're gay and there's like going to be some subtext about like them being demonic, like as a result of that. I don't know. But I don't, if they're like 12, I doubt that's what they're going for. But if they're like 14 or so, maybe. I don't know. That was just something that popped into my head. But
if they are gay, though, God help us, the whole internet will just come alive with bigotry and all sorts of shit. So, which is, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, that I don't think that should prevent you from making the film you want or the story you want. But I don't know what the message of that would be.
I know. Well, that's why I'm like wondering, like, because obviously, if you're implying that. But I was thinking of it in terms
I see what you're saying.
Of some type of like criticism.
But regardless,
not in like
And when it comes to that, as I said, it's instead of one girl, it's two girls, right?
Yeah.
And there's going to be parents who are scared for their children's souls. The church, they're going to try to go to doctors. The doctors aren't going to know what to do. They're going to recommend a priest. They're going to go online. They're going to find Chris's book. She's going to be called in as a consultant. Then she's going to bring in priests. The big showdown will happen. And, the kids will survive miraculously because of the faith of God. And, someone will probably have to be sacrificed, one of the parents, one of the priests, or whatever at the end. I mean, you're not going to I'm telling you right now, nothing else is going to happen. That is just never, not in this. Maybe in a future film, but it ain't happening in this movie. From everything I've seen in the trailer, we are going to go down the checklist, trope it up, guaranteed. So what's going to have to really work here for this to be successful is you're going to have a really dynamic, character relations. That's going to have to be at the forefront so that you genuinely care, that even though the story is, derivative, you're like, okay, well, I'm in it because I really like these people and they're dynamic and this and that. That's what's going to have to really work. And then, as you said, some really creepy imagery and whatever. Those are going to be the selling points, maybe a couple jump scares or whatever. But the trailer would be wildly different if this was going to be a different film. And it's just from everything I'm seeing, I'm totally down to be proven wrong, but it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, it would be great though if it's like, this really typical exorcism film trailer, and then like we go into it and it's,
sure, but
not what we expect.
As much as we're getting from the trailer, I just don't see how that's possible.
I also think that this is like the big like normie horror movie of the year, so I don't think it's necessarily going to take a bunch of risks, but that's kind of what you were saying about like the characters. I guess that's more what I was meaning when I said like a compelling story. Like I want to really like be invested in the girls like before they get possessed, and I want like to know like their family dynamics and everything, and like feel for the families in that situation. So
after everything that happened with Halloween Ends, as much as we love it, there's some people that don't like it. Did you guys hear about that? So with all the controversy surrounding Halloween Ends, and the pot that was stirred with that, I just don't see the studio allowing David Gordon Green and company on doing anything risky or any like. The first Halloween in their trilogy, 2018, is very formulaic.
Yeah.
It's very safe. It's very straightforward. And that's to set the stage, right? To get people in the door. Then the second one, you give them a little bit different. And then, with the third one, they went completely crazy and did their own thing. And of course, that's why I love Halloween Ends, because I want different and unique. And with this one, I think we're going to go down that road again. They're like, all right, we gave you Ends. Now you go back to make the things we want you to make for a movie. You got to play it safe. And this is what this is going to be. This is going to be the introduction. And they don't want to isolate their core audience from the get-go with this unique take. As much as people claim they want new things, unique things, they don't. They want rehashes. They just want good rehashes that they like.
Right.
When it comes to franchise films. Anyways, we're done. I've said this so many times about this movie now, and this trailer has done nothing to change my mind on that. Will I like it? Remains to be seen, but I'm more open than most because from what I've seen, especially that first trailer, it's mostly negative out there. It's mostly like
That's
people
crazy.
who wanted to hate on this thing. I think a good amount of those people are probably like Halloween Ends haters, but whatever. Anyway, so anything more on this one?
Nope.
All right. So The Exorcist Believer, this has been moved up from October 13th to October 6th, which is a crazy day for releases. In addition to this, we also have Pet Sematary Bloodlines, which is a prequel and is going straight to Paramount Plus, right?
Yes.
I think it's Paramount
Yeah.
Plus. Yes, it's Paramount Plus. In addition to that, we have VHS 85.
Super excited for that.
We've got a movie called Totally Killer, which I don't know a ton about yet, but good cast, so it's got promise. And also the season premiere of Loki. So October 6th is jam-packed, and October is shaping up to at least have some potentials with video games and shows with Chucky and Alan Wake 2 and all sorts of goodies to look forward to. So if you're down for all things horror, you should be subscribed to this channel. So don't consider it. Do it.
Subscribe. Subscribe
People
and hit the like button.
Smash it.
Smash that like
just,
button.
You can just
Just
press. You don't
tap
gotta.
it.
Yeah, you don't gotta.
You can
press
just tap it.
it. All right, guys. Let us know what you think about this trailer and what are you most looking forward to in September, October, the spooky time. What upcoming release are you excited for? We're going to see The Nun 2 tomorrow. And we'll let you know what we think of that tomorrow. Until then, guys.
Bye.